Hello children, welcome to science class. Today's topic is chapter 2, food and digestion. In this food and digestion there are two topics. One is food and how it is related to the digestion. First we will learn what is a food. Anything that we eat is called food. Means it may be a healthy food or junk food, whatever it may be. The things which we eat is called as food. So why we eat food? We eat food to obtain energy, to obtain materials for growth, to obtain materials for repair of damaged body parts, and also to carry out our life processes like respiration, circulation, and all the metabolic life processes. So for all these things we should have nutrients. So what are nutrients? It is a substance that break down and uses to grow, repair and function. So now you understood the food we eat should contain nutrients for healthy growth and healthy repair of our damaged cells and for perfect function of our body. So we should eat healthy food. Healthy food means healthy food should contain all the major components. What are the major components then? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals and water. Let us discuss each and every component of the food in detail. So based upon the function of the components, there are three types of food groups. What are they? Bodybuilding foods, protective foods and energy giving foods. Bodybuilding foods are proteins. Protective foods means the one that help us from diseases are called protective foods and they are minerals and vitamins. And the one which gives energy are called energy giving foods, carbohydrates and fats. First of all, we will see carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, as we all know, they are energy giving foods. The foods that give energy are called carbohydrates and they are present in the form of starch and sugar. So let us see what are the starchy foods and what are the sugar foods. In the starchy foods we have bread, potato, rice and peas. And in the sugar foods we have oranges, biscuits and fruit juices and all. So now you understood that the ultimate source of carbohydrates in our daily life are rice and chapatis, means wheat. And next, coming to the proteins. Proteins, I already told you, these are the bodybuilding foods and also to repair the body parts and make up the hair, etc. The ultimate sources of proteins in our daily life we see are the dal, eggs, milk and all protein foods. And next, coming to the fats. Fats are also energy giving foods, but they are mainly useful when we do heavy work. They are also used to keep our body warm. Even though fats are very important, we have to choose the right fat to be healthy. If we take bad fat too much, it will lead to obesity. So let us see what are the good fats and what are the bad fats that we have to avoid in our food. Coming to the good fats, see like broccoli, kiwi and the fruits and vegetables have good fats, but the foods we eat, burger, chips, pizza and pastries, all these contain very bad fats that converts the person into a obese person. So choose a right fat and good fat. Next, coming to the vitamins. Vitamins are the one that required for the body in very small quantity and it is not manufactured, means produced in our body. They are usually made by the plants or animals. So we have to get vitamins from the plants and animals. So we have to take the food contains all the vitamins and minerals. And we will see all the things at a time. Just see the carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and minerals and protein. So this is the sample plate that we have to eat in a day. It should contain the dairy products, means the milk, eggs, cheese and all, and for the fats. And next, for the fruits, vegetables and carbohydrates, rice and chapati. Take a food plate, we have to include all these things in a day. So whatever you eat, where it will go? It will go directly into the digestive system. So eat right, because our digestive system is very important to our health. When we eat a right amount of food in a right way and in the right nutrients, we will have good digestive system. Next, see the journey of a food. What is the journey of the food? It is nothing but the digestive system. So what are the functions of digestive system? Ingest food, digest it, absorb nutrients, and excrete the waste. These are the parts of the digestive system: mouth, esophagus, liver, stomach, pancreas, large intestine, and small intestine. Let's see how the journey of a food is going on. First, whatever we eat, it enters into the mouth. There we chew and grind with the help of our teeth. Then the saliva, the food will get mixed into and form a bolus, and next it enters the food pipe, and there directly it enters the stomach. In the stomach there are some digestive enzymes where they act on the food we eat and digest them. Then from the stomach they enter the small intestine, because the complete food digestion is not done in the stomach, and it enters the small intestine for further digestion. There in the small intestine, the bile juices from the liver and the pancreas acts on the food and digest them completely. Then it enters the large intestine, where the food get absorbed, the nutrients and the water get absorbed, and the waste is sent into the anus, and it will come and it will leave your body. And then coming to the microorganisms, there are 4 types of microbes: bacteria, virus, fungi, and protozoa. First, we will see what is a bacteria. These are the group of organisms that can cause diseases like typhoid, cholera, tuberculosis, and pneumonia. And next, coming to the virus. These are the smallest of all the microbes and can cause several dreadful to common diseases. Like common means our common cold and fever also comes under the virus. But the present corona is also a virus, so you can understand how common it is and how dreadful it is. So next, coming to the fungi. These grow on dead matter. You can the most common fungi you can see is the mushroom. Mushroom is a fungi, and the dandruff that we see in our hair is also caused due to the fungi. Next, coming to the protozoa. These are also very small, that grow on dirty places. If you see a malarial parasite, the parasite that resides inside the mosquito is a protozoa. And next, we will see what is a microbe actually. These are very small, that cannot be seen with our naked eye. Even they are present side of us, we cannot see. Even the present on our hands, can we see? No, we have to see them under the microscope. So these are very small, that we cannot see, but very dreadful and very common also. But they come in very different shapes, sizes, and varieties. And next, coming to the preservatives. How can we overcome the microbes? When these microbes, they grow and causes diseases when they have a suitable environment. So we can reduce the growth of these microbes by using some preservatives like that, and taking some precautionary measures like using a soap. We are not giving a optimal temperature like that and optimal condition to it. So we can use soaps for preserving the food, and to get rid of the germs, we have to do cooking, means heating, boiling, or freezing and drying. We can put under the sun to get rid of the microorganisms and preserve food. But not always, the microorganisms are not always harmful. There are good microorganisms and the bad microorganisms. Some beneficial microorganisms like bacteria that is present in our intestine will makes some other bacteria kill other bacteria. Bread we are eating is also caused by the yeast, means protozoa, and the bacteria in the cow is also used to digest the grass.